Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy back again with a new video. Hope you guys enjoy. Today we're just going to run through the weekend of rep footy, basically run through every player that I enjoyed watching player of the weekend, who I thought played really well, and then running into the state of origin and my thoughts over the state of origin. So if you enjoy this content, comment down below, like and subscribe. Appreciate every single one of you guys. My fantasy team, if you want to check out my last fantasy video, go check it out. I'll probably put the card up on the top corner. Basically no changes today, obviously the way it is, but you will see the team list come out on Wednesday, so I'll do a team list video and going into the weekend. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So first game of the weekend, we had the New South Wales under-19s women's versus the Queensland under-19 women's. New South Wales coming over the top 22-6. I thought the key players in this game was the New South Wales fullback Jada Taylor. I thought she played amazing overall as well, and you can't, Andy Robertson played awesome as well, the centre for New South Wales. For Queensland, Jada Ferguson, the one that scored a try, I thought she played awesome. I think the biggest one that I really noticed too is the New South Wales women's, Latu, I think her name was. She was freaking awesome, the New South Wales number 6. So definitely watch out for her. I think she's got a future as well. So overall, both teams played awesome. Hopefully the Queensland girls can bring this one back. Next game of the weekend, we had the New South Wales under-19s men's, basically. So New South Wales under-19s versus Queensland under-19s. New South Wales winning 32-4. I thought that the New South Wales halfback, Thomas Weaver and Pezzett, I thought both of them played awesome. Weaver didn't look like he was missing a goal at all. Like, that kid's got a really good boot to him. For Queensland, Xavier Vaa was a massive one. I thought he's going to be a future. He's massive future on him. Trey Mooney for New South Wales played awesome. I could name so many others. Like, I thought Bostock was looked physical and good, like as a winger. Alamonte played awesome. Asamoah played awesome as well. I thought that Queensland had a couple of shining lights. I thought Robert Toya was really, really good as well. So overall, and last one to add, I thought Jack Howarth was really good for the amount of minutes he played. He had a moment where he broke like 5 to 6 tackles in the run, but hopefully we get to see more out of him because, I think everyone wants to see why the Storm offered him a 5-year deal. I think he's got class and talent, and I'm excited to see him play. So over to the girls, the New South Wales versus Maroons, the big girls. So a couple of really good players for the New South Wales women's. Obviously, Emma Tonegano played awesome. The two centres for the New South Wales girls, Sergis and Isabel Kelly, played awesome. I thought for the Queensland women, my cousin Vani played really, really nice. Like, she played really good. Obviously, that try coming from rugby sevens, I thought Ali Brigginshaw was awesome. Overall, she's always looked dangerous. I thought Tamika Upton was really, really good as well. Overall, I think if it wasn't for that offside, off the kick, and they, obviously scored a try from it, this could have been a total different game, but I think the New South Wales girls just dug in and played really, really well overall. So congratulations to both girls teams, and excited to see the future. So the Kiwi Ferns really romped the Tongan women 50-12. I thought the Tongan women played really well for a team that was on the back foot for most of the game. Scoring a couple of tries there, I'm sure they got excited over that. For the Kiwi Ferns, I thought that Paige McGregor was awesome. I thought that Nita Maynard was really big for the middle as well. I thought she was really, really good. Yeah, there was so many really good players. It's hard to name, but overall, I think the Kiwi Ferns are in a good position at the moment. So we'll have to see how they go against our Aussie women. I'm really wondering what who's gonna be the picks for the Australian women this year, because there's a lot of class around everywhere. So on to the next one, we got the Kiwis beating the Matamatonga team. Key players in this game, obviously Jerome Hughes and Dylan Brown were freaking awesome. They were pretty much the difference in this game. I thought both forward packs were really good. I thought New Zealand forward pack did beat them in most of the aspects of this game, even though Tonga's forward pack was really big across the park. I thought, honestly, Tonga will probably need to think about their halves pairing coming into the World Cup. Other than that, their team is so deadly across the park. It's just really the halves. The biggest one where it changed the game for Tonga, I thought Sonny Luke played really, really well. So I'm excited to see if maybe they chuck him in for a bit more of a stint in the World Cup and that. Maybe look at someone like the Isaiah Katoa that's waiting for the Redcliffe Dolphins team next year and that. I would love to see him play in the World Cup as well. But yeah, overall, I think the Kiwis were just a bit too classy. They're a tier 1 nation at the moment, or number 1 nation overall at the moment. And this is the reason why, you know, they're freaking awesome across the park. So great game overall. Next game we had Samoa versus Cook Islands, and in the first half I thought, man, like the Samoa squad came out and fired like massive shots. You know, that left side is so damaging, and even Nofaluma joined in the crowd. The left side connection between Schuster, Talamay, and Isaac Tungo, like those three boys were crazy. Even Chanel played really well on that side as well. I think the difference in, and what I was saying before, I think the Samoan halves really stepped up. I think Milford played awesome. I think Chanel played really well. Charlie Staines didn't even know he was Samoan, but played freaking one of his better games I've seen him play overall at fullback. Overall, I think, yeah, Milford's kicking game really put him in positions here. I know the Cook Island boys weren't amazing, but they still had great, like, I thought that Davey Moale played really well there. I thought that Easton Masters, for playing out of position, played awesome. I thought that Pecora, Williamson, and Peterson Rabati were probably their best players overall. And just effort from Cook Islands boys was good. But that Samoa squad was really, really good. And now coming into World Cup, you got Luai coming back. You got Stephen Crichton and Brian To'o coming back. So that Samoa squad is going to be awesome for the World Cup. I'm excited to see Samoa versus Tonga. If there's anything to say off here, like Tonga's always got that combined team at the moment that look fucking awesome on paper. Their forward pack and that their halves the only thing lacking. And I think the Samoa halves just proved that like you need a really good halfback or that to get them across the park. Not saying that I never thought Milford's a halfback. I've always thought he's a 5'8" maybe. You know, he's played really good at 5'8", played really good at fullback and other positions, but in this game, his kicking game was the difference. I thought he was amazing. Next game, we had Papua New Guinea beating Fiji 24-14. And at same sort of thing as what I said the last game, I think the halves were the biggest difference in this one. And I think it showed crazily in this game. Because if, like, being completely honest, I thought Fiji overall were getting their meters, they were getting to where they needed to be. They just didn't have the class to finish it off. And, well, in the halves to finish it off. If you had players like Sivo and Ravalawa on your wings, you need to get them the ball on your wings. And I think that was the difference. If you look at PNG, they had Kyle Labart that played awesome, crazy good bombs and that. He gave me them like Matty Burton vibes, but not as crazy, but still. And then Lockie Lamb had an awesome game as well. So tee that off with Justin Olam running rings around people on the edge and that. I thought, you know, Papua New Guinea were really, really nice. Fiji, and probably my player from the weekend is definitely Turuva. He's like, bro, he didn't play just like good for like a rookie NRL player. He played like he was a NRL star in this game. Like, he was so good. I even the little things, he never didn't look like he was dropping the ball at least once from the outback. All the bombs like nothing. Caught it in the air like nothing. Had effort around everywhere. Was taking the ball for every run. He was awesome. So I don't believe, like, I think he's in the Panthers system right now. And I think the Panthers are locking him up. But if you're an NRL squad, man, like, you want to be looking at this guy and really chucking big money at him, because not big money, but enough money to sway him away from the Panthers and get him into your squad, because I think he's going to be a future star. And last game of the weekend, we had the Blues beating the Maroons 44-12. I think about 50 minutes of this game was really competitive, and then the last 30, we kind of just really dropped the ball. But overall, like, no excuses overall. I think the biggest key to New South Wales' victory here, it wasn't Cleary. Like, I thought Cleary played fucking awesome, and there's a reason for why he played awesome. I think Jake Trbojevic was a massive change, and I kept saying this to my mate that I was watching the game with, like, Jakey, bro, like, he stopped our forwards' momentum. If you check the stats, the only forward to get over 100 meters was Paddy Carrigan. Shout out Willie Mason. You better be wearing that jersey, bro. He's the only forward that got over 100. And, like, Paddy, for me, was our best forward overall. He played like long minutes though. Like, I kind of wish that we put Tino on a little bit earlier on and that. But yeah, I think Jakey, every time I notice our boys trying to make a hit up, the only player I noticed snapping blokes was Jake Trbojevic, and it kind of shored up the whole middle of that side. And we couldn't get to a position where we had to, we could play any sets within their 20 or 30. I barely remember any plays from their 20s. Like, I think there was only a couple of times. So big play from the Blues. Like, I thought obviously Cleary benefited off that immensely. I thought Matty Burton was awesome. I thought Jerome Luai had a really, really good game, classy game. For us, I thought Paddy Carrigan was big. I thought he was awesome. I thought Lindsay Collins was amazing. I wish Tino played a little bit more. The biggest gripe I have with our team, Felice, he should not have given away that penalty to lead to the sin bin. All our boys were set on the line. Junior Paulo was not going to get a quick play the ball there. And he really just slowed it up. It was a silly penalty, and it cost us in the long run, obviously. So, not to say it was an excuse for the way we played or anything like that, but if Felice didn't do that, we wouldn't have had down 10 men, and a couple of drop balls from boys like Cobbo and that, who didn't have the best game overall, but he'll get better in the long run. He's only young. But that was the reason why we're under pressure, like completely under pressure. We had way too many sets on our line because of errors, but it all came down to that one play. Felice was just not there, and it put our boys under pressure. We fatigued towards the end, and then we just didn't focus where we needed to, and the scoreline was massive, but I didn't feel like a romping, if that made sense. Like, it is a romping, 100%. Like, they beat us completely, 7-2 tries. Like, it's massive, but I feel like the fixes that Queensland can do is there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just discipline, man. Like, discipline, stay with everything. Because when we were taking it to them, we were taking it to them. We were playing really good footy, and like, our classy players did step up in moments. But we need more of that, and we need a consistent that over 80 minutes. And coming into the last game of Suncorp, I'm really excited because I think it's going to be a crazy game. Knowing anything about Billy Slater, he will correct the wrongs. Like, he's that sort of player. He's only growing as a coach as well, so he's going to correct his interchanges and stuff in this game. He didn't really get it right in this one, so he will correct it. And I'm so excited for this last one because I think the Blues have finally clicked into gear here. And, it makes me a little bit worried too, like knowing that Latrell and Turbo are still waiting to come into this team next year. But yeah, we'll have to see how we go anyway. I got full trust in the boys. I think they're going to play really well. Our edge defense needs a little bit of work. I think our boys like Gagai and Val need to be a bit more up in your face on that center role. Because if it was Turbo on that, you give them that much space, it's going to be a 50-50 score upwards. So yeah, I thought overall we didn't play too bad, but into next game. So lastly, if you got any more over the weekend, you got any players that you enjoyed over the weekend, let me know down below in the description or in the comments, sorry. Tell me your thoughts over the game. Fantasy video does come out on Wednesday when we get our team list, and I'll let you know how my fantasy team's on the way up. Appreciate all you guys, and yeah, peace out.